In this video, we're going to figure out how to identify that the Protoss is going for a 2-base Immortal-Sentry all-in. So, Immortal-Sentry used to be the most popular game in town. It was still pretty strong in Heart of the Swarm. In Legacy of the Void, it's the weakest, but can still be really dangerous if you don't have the correct economy and the correct army type to deal with that attack. It's fairly common on this map, mainly because of this ramp area here being so small. Protoss can control this cliff, they can wedge you out of your main, and they can also kind of chop your army up here. So, the opening, you can't really infer too much. Gate Cyber Nexus or something like that. Doesn't really matter. I went for Ling speed, and I mined just enough gas to take an Evo chamber and do a Dropper Lord thingy-madooter. This is my Dropper Lorder, and I made 10 Lings. 10 Lings is sort of an important number at this stage of the game. You can beat 2 Adepts really easily with 10 Lings. I'm gonna put 8 Lings in the Overlord, and then these other 2 Lings. Put 1 at the 3rd, and then 1 at their move-out lane. I send the Lings in. They basically pick off any low-hanging fruit. So I got the Stalker, got the Probe, and then basically, oh goodness. The only reason someone would have an Immortal at this time is if they're going for an Immortal-based attack. If they wanted to play a macro game and go for like 3-base Immortal Charge Lot Archon or whatever, they would usually be making only Adepts at this stage, and they would put down 2 Robotics whenever their 3rd base economy was kicking in. So this is entirely too early for a macro build. So I'm saying, alright, Immortal-Sentry, really strong. I want to make sure I have Ling Ravager to defend this. And then I go down and I scout, confirm there are no gases here, and no 3rd. So if they have a bunch of money here, and they're already making army that gears into an attack, you can pretty safely assume that either they're going to go for an Immortal-Sentry all-in, or they're just going to play the rest of the game behind. Almost got another. So go to my vision. I put spores just to kind of cover detection in case there happened to be a proxy Dark Shrine. It's unlikely that there would be, but 5 minutes might as well. The spores can also shoot a warp prism. So I want to get about 55 drones. I don't want to go much higher than this. Notice the opponent has about 40. They'll probably go up to 44 maximum. This Ling is telling me there's no 3rd. This Ling is telling me when the move out happens. I'm making 1 more queen to spread creep. And here I decided not to take a lair. So a lair is 1 Ravager worth of gas. I would prefer to have that extra Ravager and be stronger in the fight rather than have roach speed. If I know the opponent is on 2 bases, they're going to attack me, so I don't really need to take roach speed upgrade. And I don't need to take an Evo chamber upgrade, so I opted to not research that. I'm just massing Ling Ravager with the goal of defending this area. The Corrosive Bile can punish an army moving up quite well. So I made mostly Ling here. Lots of Ling, and then lots of Ravager. I could have taken a 4th base, you notice my money is kind of high. And here, just kind of a dance of micro. You don't always have to break the force fields, like sometimes the force field worked against them. So often the Corrosive Biles are just going on the opponent's army, not necessarily on the force fields. I was floating some money, so I made some spines. Spines are really good in low upgrade scenarios like this. Protoss didn't have a forge, so spines are pretty high DPS units. And then I made some more roaches. Took a lair and +1 ranged. That's basically game.